Alright, let's talk about Swerve Strickland taking on Brodi King, and I expected this match to be gory, violent, and brutal. It wasn't gory, but it was violent and brutal. There wasn't any blood or anything like that, but these guys took some serious spots where I was all like, damn. Seriously, like the vertebreaker, which I didn't get on camera, but I wish that I did, but the vertebreaker that Swerve Strickland delivered to Brodi King outside the ring, mat up, totally on the concrete, that was nuts. I was all like, yeah, they have little padding, whatever, but you know how hard that surface is? Little pads ain't gonna, stop the impact. You're still gonna feel that. That knocks the wind out of you. This match was absolutely phenomenal. The crowd was split. I think this was freaking awesome. Really underrated match on the card. I don't hear a lot of people talking about this one. But as you guys know, this was to settle who the most dangerous man in AEW is, and we got our answer Sunday night. So let's walk through the match. Let's first go through the entrances. Alright, so first we have Swerve Strickland coming out, and he probably has the best theme song in all of AEW. Let's just be real about it. It gets the crowd hype. It gets everybody excited. He's always looking like a badass coming out the gate, as you see him coming out right there. Just the aura that Swerve Strickland has. And then, of course, Prince Nana coming behind Swerve Strickland. Swerve walking through the door, claims he is the most dangerous man in AEW today. And he's got a point. He put Kenny Omega on the shelf heading into this match. He's a badass, and he's looking to take out Brodi King. Speaking of Brodi King, there he is. If we go from hip-hop to heavy metal, you just see the sheer size of Brodi King. That man is huge. This man has the entire crowd behind him. Being from Van Nuys, California, this event taking place in Los Angeles, California, and he is the face heading into this match, so it should be a great one. So as I mentioned, Brodi King took a vertebreaker on that exposed concrete you see to the right. Swerve Strickland gets him with a stomp from the top rope as he rolled in. Brodi King kicked that at one. As you can see, the crowd is going insane. I was too. I was like, I could not believe it. After all the damage that Brodi King has taken and the damage he's given on himself, he's still able to stand on his feet. So Swerve is in shock, but he lines him up for a house call. Brodi King is still on his feet. The house call Swerve's finisher. So at this point, he's thinking, what the hell do I have to do to put away Brodi King? So he goes for a second house call. Brodi King is still on his feet, still trying to fight back. But Brodi King is running on empty here. He's trying to use his rage to come back in. Swerve ducks it. Another house call. This time, Brodi King goes down. 3 house calls in a row, in addition to the vertebreaker and the stomp. And we get a 3 count there. There's just not much Brodi King can do at that point. And unfortunately for Los Angeles, Brodi King lost this matchup. But of course, winning the matchup wasn't enough for Swerve Strickland. He wanted to put Brodi King's head through cinder blocks because he is one vicious SOB and has been the past couple of weeks. But then Kenny Omega's music hits. As you can see, Kenny Omega's rushing down the ramp, trying to put a stop to this. Swerve Strickland, retreats, doesn't want anything to do with Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega's fired up because Swerve put him on the shelf, as I mentioned earlier. Swerve is out with Prince Nana. Kenny Omega checking on Brodi King to make sure he's alright. And the fans are going insane. Swerve Strickland, he's got a lot of enemies nowadays, and, you're looking at 2 of them in the ring. So Swerve Strickland is in hot water, and is going to be in hot water for a very long time. You act like that, you're going to make a lot of enemies. So Swerve better be watching his back, because Kenny Omega is back, and Brodi King is certainly not done with Swerve Strickland. So we'll see where we go from here.